Welcome back. We are in Adiran today. I don't usually record Adiran like playing it, but sometimes we do decorating, and that's what we're doing today. I have taken the Blumenthal family, one of many of my branches of the Blumenthal family, and I've actually moved them out of their apartment because the apartment lots are just being super buggy. They've always been buggy for me, but they're being worse. So I built essentially townhomes. And they're right next to kind of the stable. This was where the actual apartment lot was before. The townhomes aren't the exact same size. As you can see, they're a little bit longer just because they're smaller, and I just wanted to make sure I had room. And they don't have like this kind of gardeny area. Before, this would have been all open, but I like the idea of separating it a little bit since I'm doing like the actual townhomes. Might as well separate it. The idea behind these was kind of Versailles, where like you had to live in the castle if you wanted to have any kind of influence. So that's kind of where I got the concept from, and I've just kind of run with it. As you can see, they've got three floors. The top floor is like where the heir would live, as well as like the current titled person, in this case, Loge, who is the Earl of Blumenthal. Second floor is for the kids and the nursery. They don't have a lot of kids, so they just have the 2 rooms. This is an extra room and a bathroom. And then downstairs is kitchen, dining, living room, and another bathroom. And we have like a tiny courtyard for hobbies and things. But today we are actually going to be focusing on Blanka, just because that's who I wanted to start with. Her hobby is film and literature with a sub-hobby of writing, so I want to make sure that she has a way to do that. She is a Cancer sim, so kind of in the middle for neatness. We don't want a ton of clutter, but we don't want it to be like stark either. The rest kind of doesn't really determine bedrooms. I mostly just look at sloppy and neat when I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to decorate. Her traits are natural cook, earthy, which I use the eco-friendly trait, and equestrian, so she likes horses, so we could try to incorporate that. She likes the color green. And the descriptors she has are fur and dots, which I might be getting rid of the second descriptor category, because it's material, descriptor, and then style, and I just feel like the descriptor is a bit superfluous, so that might go away. And then the style she likes is, I categorize it as Islamic. I'm just going to keep saying this every time I bring up my categories. They're just kind of, they don't necessarily match to real life. It's just kind of a vague idea in this weird fantasy modern world that I've created. I think I actually called it Middle Eastern here because I didn't want it to be so specific to a religion, so I gotta make sure that I update that. So Middle Eastern is actually what the style will be. So kind of lots of kind of cool funky chairs. They're low, looks like they've got some benches. Lots of couches, very square. It's hard for me sometimes to define the styles because it's just one of those things where I look at it and I'm like, okay, yeah, that is, or that's not. A lot of draping on the bed or flat beds that are like low to the ground. So yeah, I definitely think we can work with that. So let's just go ahead and get started. I grabbed everybody kind of mid whatever they were doing because, yeah. An interesting thing about Blanka is she's also kind of, her parents, are each other's one true love. They've definitely been through the ringer. Her mother, Royson, was originally part of a merchant family that was well on its way to becoming the O'Neills. They were gonna be like, nobility in their own right. They were gonna be lower class nobility, but that was the goal, is they wanted to be nobility. And her husband, Loge, was actually an indentured servant. Well, obviously the war in Adiran happened. Their roles essentially got reversed, except he's like high-ranking nobility. And she was in Tenby for a while. She kind of blackmailed her brother in order to get him to bring her back to Adiran, even though it was super dangerous. Because, yeah, it was not a good idea, but she kind of pitched a fit, and he did. So the rest of her family, now that Tenby's open, really is mad at her. She did at least have she's a twin sister, Pedragon, who would be Blanka's aunt. Yes, aunt. And Pedragon was originally speaking to her, but when she found out, which Quinn, the brother, to his credit, probably didn't like tell everything. He probably just tried to give as little detail as possible because he's not the type to start fights necessarily, but they all know how Royson is. And so, yeah, none of her family is speaking to her, and she's kind of upset about it, you know, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions kind of thing. And that's kind of where we left them. Like, the rest of the family does not really want to talk to her right now, and, you know, they're a pretty close-knit family. And so kind of being cut off like that, I think, has really been eye-opening for her. I don't think that she thought she did anything wrong, and she still kind of maintains, you know, I did nothing wrong, I have done no wrong. But now that her family is like, no, you definitely did wrong, what were you thinking? She's kind of like, oh, I mean, yeah, kind of wasn't the best to my brother who saved my life, you know? So it's interesting to see kind of where that's going to go. I can't remember if I think the whole family wasn't placed when I played this portion of them originally. So I am going to give, you know, each of her family members are basically going to be furious at her. I think the only person who's not furious at her would probably honestly be Quinn, because he's just not that way. He's also a werewolf, so he has to, like, that's what she blackmailed him over. She was going to tell everybody he was a werewolf, which now is kind of a moot point. Everybody knows and is cool with it, but at the time, they weren't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm all over the place. I haven't done one of these, like, I guess, live decorating videos in a while, but I just felt like doing one. Like, that's kind of how I started my channel. I think I've had it for 2 years now, so it's one of those things that I did miss, but I was so focused on actually finishing the Adiran round. I wanted to at least complete most of my, like, list of things that I wanted to accomplish. I always have a to-do list of, like, hey, these are the things I want to do in this year. And I really wanted to finish it, and I did for the most part. There's one thing that I don't think I'm going to finish, which is to get to Generation 4 of the Medieval Color Legacy Challenge. I just don't think that's going to happen unless they super duper duper rush it, and I don't want to do that. So I'm fine with that one not happening, because finishing one round of Adiran was, like, the main thing. Don't you dare crash, okay. The game has been crashing a lot lately. The apartment lots were one of the main offenders, which again is why I moved them out of their apartment, and I couldn't take anything kind of with them, because anytime I tried to open it, it crashed. Can I have a green pillow? No? No green pillow? I could have no pillow, but that wasn't what I was trying to do. Okay, I'm kind of just setting things down and seeing what, like, catches my eye. I like this chair because since she likes writing, I want to make sure she has, like, a writing desk set up. What colors does this come in? It's funny, years ago, once I started downloading CC, I thought, you know, I'm never going to use Max's objects, but a lot of them actually aren't so bad, especially for, like, this fantasy-esque setting that I have going on. Like, I can use these, and they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them, and they're actually pretty well made for the time that they came out, especially compared to some of the stuff we see now. So yeah, like, I'm not mad at it. Just, at the time, I was being all fancy and snooty, and I'm like, I'm never gonna use any of this. She doesn't really need that. I do like those, but I don't think it's... I'm gonna push that against the bed, but I don't like the double chests. I'm trying to see if I can put something else here instead. And I have this giant hutch, but I don't think that's right either. What do we have for dressers? Because while I've done a lot of categorizing, I have not gotten through everything. It's just... I have a lot of CC. A lot of CC. It's definitely problematic. And I just keep adding more. It's probably why the game crashes. It's just like, why? just downloaded 20 more things. Why would you do that to me? And I don't even have a good answer for that. I mean, I have an answer, but it's because I wanted to. I love this, but watch. Oh wait, no, is it not this one then? There's something I have that I really like. I always thought it was this, where like you try to grab it and the footprint's off, so then you place it and you can never touch it again. I still feel like it's this. No? What am I thinking of? I really thought it was that other thing. That's good to know. Because I avoid using items like that unless I'm like 100% this is where it goes, this is where it lives. What about that? That's kind of cool. And a bit different. Okay. So I do want to give her some toy horses. Every time my game loads, I'm like, yeah, she likes horses, so we definitely want toy horses. Maybe not like Pernilla Cavaliero's room, but yeah. I don't think I have a mobile horses. Do I? Those are wolves. She's kind of too old for one, but it's also really cute, right? I think it's cute. And then I don't think she needs, well, maybe she needs a doll. I love the pirate doll, but not for Blanka. Blanka, I don't know, I haven't decided how I want to pronounce that. That's with most of the names in Adiran. Like, I don't know how I'm going to say that, but like, I like it. What about that one, because it's green? And then we'll pile all the little horsies near it. That might go on the bed. Okay, cool. In terms of lighting, let's really quick here. Just because I want to see the exact spacing that I'm working with. Like, see, isn't that actually pretty? That is a Maxis texture. Like, I haven't touched that. Can I make that a different wood color? I can. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I can color the ponies! Groundbreaking. Again, I'm acknowledging that she's probably too old for that, but I don't care. I'm using it. I could give her a little pony candle holder. Should be by the bed. Should I just do them by the bed? I'm going to. I could have done the unicorn, but like I like the actual horse one for her. She's got the unicorns in the mobile. Let's do like some gold looking ones. Those are wood, and so I don't want them to... Yep. Our horse girl is looking fantastic so far. I don't really want her to cook things, and I also don't know if I have like a medieval children's cook area, so I'm not gonna try to incorporate natural cook. That could be for when she's older. Also eco-friendly. I don't know how to incorporate that. Oh, that lamp. I looked at it for like 2 seconds and went no, and then immediately went, actually, what am I thinking? Yes. But yeah, I don't quite know how to incorporate eco-friendly into like a bedroom. I think that'll be more for when she's older. And again, this is fantasy medieval, so I can totally place those lamps, and it's fine. She does need a place to write. Kind of like the fancy one. I think it fits with everything else we're doing here. doesn't that go on tables? Like, that's very silly to me. Let's pick out a rug. She definitely needs a rug. Like that, or should it go a little further? I'm the worst at placing rugs in real life and in The Sims. My brain just doesn't like how it all works out. I'm just like, no, it's wrong. But it's wrong everywhere. But I also want a rug. Don't understand why. I wish that was more green toned. That would have worked. Is that too much? Oh, yeah, how about that? I know it's kind of busy, but like, I'm happy with it. I know what I'll do for like earthy, which is eco-friendly. I need to actually replace the way the trait looks, but that's what I've decided because I don't want to make my own when a perfectly good trait exists. I just need to make it a little bit different. Just like photographer's eye is painter's eye in my game, because a lot of people mod like the original traits and I want to use those, but like obviously we don't have photography here. We could if I decide, but no. What do we want? I love this plant. I do. It is a true MVP. Ooh, hanging plants. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear my neighbor with their leaf blower. They've been at it for 4 hours now. I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish, but I am concerned. Just like, I thought it was a different neighbor. I was like, oh great, so the other neighbor's doing it, but now it's like, no, that's the same neighbor. I can see him. He's just going back and forth. I think he just doesn't want to go inside and is maybe being passive aggressive. Not exactly sure towards who, because I just moved here. So it's not me, but like, we're being passive aggressive to somebody. That is passive aggressive behavior. I would place money on that. Because otherwise, again, I'm just concerned. Are you okay? Is this a cry for help? Because I cannot help you. Is that too many? I could do, no. Let's just do 3. 3 over there. What one of these? I know I'm doing a lot of green, but I also just want to. So I don't have a reason for that. I just am going to do that. I'm taking green to the extreme is what I'm doing. Alright, and then we're gonna have 3 colors for that, right? Seriously, every time I think that man is done, like he stops for a few minutes and then he continues. There's no way there's that many leaves on the ground. Like, I might have moved from the sun, but I still live in a very hot climate. I know that there's not that many leaves on the ground. So again, it makes the question, what kind of therapy is this person asking for and not getting? What are you snapping to? I don't understand. Do I have like a painted version of this? I should. You know, it'd be really cute if I had like painted versions that like matched the Dragon Slave horses. Oh my god, this man, he's now getting closer. Comment below if you have any idea what that person's being passive aggressive about, or just want to make up something funny to amuse me, because again, I don't understand. Okay. Sewing thing, she doesn't really need that. Alright. I'm probably going to do my usual at some point pause and then have you come back to the finished result, but you know, you can start out with me. It's only been 20 minutes. It takes so long to decorate, and I really enjoy it. I haven't done it in a long time because of the mentioned kind of racing my way through, but now I have time, so I can do whatever I want. There's probably going to be a lot more decorating going on. I don't really want to put like deco dogs or anything though, because she's not like a dog person or a cat person. She specifically is an equestrian. So I feel like that's important to kind of keep in mind. I do want some like decorative books. She also likes fur, so I'm going to try to incorporate that. Maybe some paper, she writes. Oh, that's literally the same thing, just one's decorative and one's something she can use. I like those quills, I think. They've got like kind of a brownie tone to them. I think there's a knight. More horses. That's so cute. You can give him a stripy horse. It's not really a horse, but she could pretend. She don't know. One thing I do like with the Deeren is I've rebuilt it so many times, and at this point, like, I'm not too fussed about like their actual like budgets or staying within a certain like financial, like, I know where they should be at, but I also know how I want to decorate like their homes and things. So I don't focus too much on that. As I play, obviously, say that they lost all of their money after I finished decorating and then set their money to what I wanted to, and then they lost all their money. No, I'm not going to cheat all their money back, but I'm also not going to deny myself the joys of decorating their house however I want, just because, well, they should only have this much. Because sometimes stuff in The Sims costs way more, and I'm lazy and I don't want to edit prices. But yeah, it'll cost way more than I feel like it should, and I want to use it. So yeah, don't like limitations. I don't think she's like outdoorsy. Sometimes I place these like water flasks in like outdoorsy Sims households because, or not households, like bedrooms, to like show like they go outside and they should bring water because hydration is good for you. Some of my decorating choices are odd, I will admit. Why is this pillow so shiny? I have so much deco. Like when it's finally organized, it will be amazing. But until then, also since she's a writer, I feel like I can get away with like the messier book aesthetic. Because she doesn't care so much about the book books. AKA she's me. I'm a book abuser, it must be said. Like I'm unpacking all my books right now and just like seeing the state of some of them, I'm like, In my defense, I get a lot of them secondhand, so they were already pre-abused and I just continued the cycle, but yeah. It's more nature. I don't want this room to read like she's a nature sim. Like, I'm trying to be mindful of that. But also plants. Even my dog is like, what is that man doing? Which, to her credit, she has been so good since we moved here. I was really worried because the neighbor's dogs bark 24/7, and I'm like, oh gosh, I hope my dog now does not bark 24/7 because they're barking, and so she's going to bark at them. But after a couple days, she just realized, she's like, oh, they're just like that, so I'm just not gonna be like that. Like, you are wonderful. You are the best dog ever. She deserves all of the treats and all of the awards. I can only say that word because she's not in the room. If I said that word while she was in the room, expectations would have been set. Does it bug me that clips? Not really. I'm gonna put these like right there, like she's maybe referencing them. And then I want this one on the ground, so like she's playing with the horses, but maybe she also reads sometimes. Some by the bed. That's cute. Again, I'm trying to find that, like, the balance. These pillows, I think, are gonna go on the bed. I'm gonna decide. Actually, I think this is a pretty good, like, I don't think I need more. I'm not gonna put curtains in her windows because I think she would like them to be open. I think she would just kind of find that inspiring. Also, I don't know if you just heard the dog kamikaze her way down the stairs, but that is our favorite thing to do. And I'm very entertained by the fact that she just, instead of like walking up and down the stairs, she just kind of flings herself and like hopes that she does all right and makes it through. Which I don't understand. She never did that before, and she's been on stairs before. Like, this is not a new experience. This is not, oh, what is this whole new world of going up and down? No, she's been on stairs since I had to teach her what stairs were, but yeah, that's what she's decided, and I'm tickled. Once I was sure she was not going to hurt herself anyways. Like, I was a little worried that she was going to hurt herself, but she's proven she can be trusted. I think that's good. I don't want to place too many tapestries, but I like that the one had a horse, and they're kind of, green tones, a little bit romantic. I don't know her full personality yet, but she does strike me as she would be someone that was very into the whole romance aesthetic, like chivalry kind of romance. Just because of who her parents are and kind of their little love story. Because not only did her mom blackmail a family member and, escape from magical land in order to come be with her one true love, she, also kind of defied her parents and her dad as well, Loche. He also he didn't quite do what his family wanted because they were pressuring him to get married, and he was like, I am going to wait for Royson, and he did. And it worked out, but I'm sure for a while there were some concerns. I'm changing my mind about how I want her bed to look. I didn't want to do a blanket, but now I kind of do. I don't know if I have an exact fur to match those though. I don't like setting those pillows on the other pillows because it looks weird and it bothers me. Where's my other fur? This one I have to be careful about because it's like a circle in the middle and it doesn't always look appropriate. This is the only thing that I'm going to say. It looks like that, which it is not. Okay, and then I'm gonna put them both on the same side because at this point she's just inheriting things from me, and I'm one of those people that I like a lot of pillows and my partner, he doesn't really care, but like I prop myself on like 7 pillows. And I think it's important, and she's going to have that in her life. Not the right shade of green. I might do these fur too. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, and then I'm also gonna put the doll in the bed because I think that's cute. Maybe. Am I? Okay, no I'm not. No I'm not. That was a lie. Told a lie. Doll doesn't want to go in the OMSP. That's fine. She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to. I'm gonna make her. sometimes I grab random clutter items that are like non-specific, like these little bottles, just because it does help fill out the room. And obviously I don't want every single thing in this room to be horse, this, that. Like, she's gonna have other items, whether she picked them out herself or they're just more useful everyday kind of things. I feel like it helps set the tone for like, this is a real room that a real individual spends time in, you know? I used to have a thing that it was like a box you clicked and it would recolor and unrecolor all of your OMSPs. And I was so happy to have it. I was so excited. And then I promptly realized it wasn't all OMSPs. So I ended up getting some that just like, I couldn't find them. I knew it was there and it was in the way, but like I couldn't find it, and I kept trying to use that thing and I didn't realize it didn't work for everything, and I got really mad, and now I don't have it in my game anymore. But I kind of miss it. I should not have rage deleted. But I was mad at the time. I know she doesn't need a quill for this, but like, it's part of the story we're telling. And yeah, I think that is Blanka's room. I think that turned out really cute. Like, it still looks like a little girl's room, but she is not quite halfway there, but she's kind of in the middle. Like, she's not a little girl anymore. So she kind of wants, or would want, a bit of an older room, but I think we really kind of nailed it. Dots is the only thing I didn't really try to go for, but whatever. Also, in these townhomes, you'll notice the floors and the walls are all the same. I just feel like they're not gonna, that's what they're gonna look like. They're not allowed to kind of paint or anything like that, so they'll have to rely on tapestries and things like that to really cover the walls. Just an interesting limitation. There's also not going to be any windows in these interior rooms, which, but it'll be okay. It's fine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was nice to kind of get back to decorating. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, definitely give it a like, and I will see you in the next one.